Yep.
I'm going to walk you through the presentation first. What we have done is, so there's a variety of SMS services that exist today. Lots of brands, almost every major brand in India has an SMS service, ranging from a simple alert to a very sophisticated SMS kind of functionality, such as a Kingfisher or a Citibank, where you can do several different transactions through SMS. The biggest issue is that you have to remember short codes, you have to remember queries. It's just not that easy, and most people don't know much more than maybe getting cricket scores through a Times India or something. And there's quite a bit more you can do with SMS messaging today. So that's kind of where we come in. Yahoo with SMS client and the commands that you have to remember. And on the right hand side is an example of the shorthand interface, which is a simple scroll and click interface. No shortcodes to remember, no functions. It's all about the user interface. So the value proposition is really to kind of provide a very intuitive experience for a mass market phone user that might or might not have a GPRS data plan, and to allow them to access their favorite branded content. We aggregate pretty much all of the brands out there, be it a Facebook or an Orchid or an SMS Cup Shop or so on and so forth. And again, we create kind of an iPod-like menu system to make it really easy to interact with these services. This slide right here is an example of Yahoo Cricket, and you can see here that we have flexible menu structures. We have an ad channel which is very unique, in which we can throw ads into the response of the text message, or a brand like Yahoo could promote their own services within that little promotional channel. We do a lot of the branding for the partner, so we'll kind of help with the partner branding. And again, we're trying to increase the quality, the frequency, and the impact of your SMS usage. This gives you an example of all of the kind of branded services in different categories, from news to payments to chat with Gupshup, to banking with Citibank, to airlines with Kingfisher. One user interface, one learning curve. It's not a bunch of different point applications. It's one platform that runs all of these different apps. And again, really the way we position it is it's an SMS browser. So I think what I will do is I will kind of run into a demo here. And we can do two things. We can do a demo that is on the PC if it's easier to capture this.
Let's do the PC one.
Okay, it'll probably be easier, so let me go ahead and start that up. So I'm going to go ahead and just set the background. So this is the shorthand homepage, and you can see that you can scroll through all the different content, from Gupshup to Orchid to Kingfisher, so on and so forth. We have an integrated inbox, which allows us to trap all the incoming messages, and I can do standard things that I would do with my standard inbox, such as reply and forward, delete, go to the next message, but we do quite a bit more too with our inbox. We make the responses interactive, which I'll show you. We concatenate information, so if you have multiple messages, we'll showcase them in order and combine them so it's one message. We'll propagate information, so if you have a zip code entered in, let's say, Google Maps, we can propagate that into another widget. So we really put a lot of smarts into the application. The other thing I wanted to show you before I go into a widget is I will go into the app catalog here, and this allows for discovery of all the different services that are available. to a user at any given point in time. And they can also view it by category. So let's say they wanted to see what social networking apps were available for the platform. They could just click on social and they would see all of the different apps available. So that just gives you an idea of how easy it would be to discover everything within the phone itself. Now I will go into a couple of examples. Let's go to Orkut, because Orkut's obviously very big in India, and we're finding social networking to become one of the key driving points of our product. So I'll go to Scrapbook, and I'll click on View My Scrapbook. There's a variety of things I can do here, and there we go, sending a text message. And quickly we will get a response, and you can see the response of the scrapbook. I'm also going to kind of do something else here. I'll go to Friends, and let's look at My Friends. So we remember information that's already come in. We don't have to enter information. We actually store information into memory. So again, trying to minimize the amount of user clicks, I'll go ahead and click Susan, and I want to see her profile. Now this is what we call an indirect widget, because what happens here is this message is going from this phone to our server and accessing an open API that Orkut provides. And once we access that API, the response comes back to our server, and then we actually send that message back to the phone through the SMS channel. The advantage of that is there's several advantages. One is that we can throw in a contextual advertisement, which I'll show you in a second, which could be very relevant because we know the user information. We can track usage and statistical information because the information is going through our server. And we're finding more and more content partners are opening up their APIs, so it makes it really easy for us to access all this information. The other nice thing is that we trap messages both on the Windows Mobile and on the J2Me phones, meaning that if you are not in the application and you get a message, it'll wake up the application. And so that's a pretty useful feature.
So
that's not in the application.
Is that a push based?
It's essentially invoking a message, and it's redirecting that message to a specified port on the phone, and then we get an alert, and we select on that alert and opens up the application, and you can see the response.
That's cool.